Alright everyone, this little bit here is in relation to the continuous magnetic gate. Well, I drew out a little thing of what it is. Really, the best correlations. It's only tiny, but this obviously be the inner core, or this will be the inner core. The blue ring represents the rotor position and how it behaves with this, and obviously the black ring is the outer magnets. As they are positioned, I've got the red line which represents for the inner core, blue line which goes for the rotor, and the black line which goes for the outside. So you can see how they are physically positioned differently in relation to each other. The rotor is obviously being the centre, and the core below, and the outer ring above. It squashes one end and expands the other. Well, I drew it out, and I thought, brilliant, wow, okay, that was easier than what I thought. Then I tried to do the maths behind it, and as you can see, I've told myself a little note there. I completely got it wrong. And it wasn't my fault. It was this stupid bar here because I was doing the measurements. Obviously, these measurements here come from my actual current built model, 9.3 being the core, but mathematically I wanted it at 9.6 to fully accommodate all the magnets instead of the extra bits I had to add to increase circumference, because I didn't get it right. And the outer one plus the core is 2/3. That's what this was based on. That maths there being 1/3 and 2/3 come from the measurements as based from the bar around Paint, Microsoft Paint. However, those bars don't. They go 6, 8, 10. They jump by 2. So by me saying as 3/4, well, it's actually 1.5. So yeah, they're completely wrong, or somewhere wrong, because I took the numbers from each one based on the 9.6 core, which is apparently the ideal one I want to fit 30 magnets around the inside, and it come up with that. However, not quite this. The one it came up with, the outer ring was much bigger, you know, up here, and that does make a massive difference. This was too small, and this is actually 9.6 of the original core. This is actually if I took my core and put it to the screen, it would actually come up exactly the same size. Obviously, compensating for the number difference that I figured out was it goes up in 2s. Again, however, this was too big, too small, sorry, and this was too big. It just visually didn't look right. I've reorientated it. Well, I changed the sizes, made this one smaller, made this one a bit bigger, and positioned it visually. Again, like, yeah, I need the help with maths, of course. Like this one that I just drew, and it happened. Yeah, there we go. I visually, again, just done it. Screw the maths, I'm doing it by sight, and it come out spot on. The gap between here and here, oops, sorry. Gap between here and here is exactly the same as the gap between here and here, and corresponding to this, and this to this, and also this to this, and this to this. Nearly. This is slightly just a bit too big. I want it about there, but yeah, it's close enough to be a basic representation. But as you can see, the whole reason for all of this is to obviously increase the power of the model that I've got, being that the angles of this aren't as drastic as they should be or could be to push the magnet through the gap and send it around. These are quite actually face on, so it squishes the magnet and gives it a little bit of forward push, but not as much as it could do. So I based it around obviously a 45-degree angle, and it might need less, it might need a bit more. However, being that I didn't understand how to create a 45-degree angle in a circle, so that's kind of it. Because again, I don't know how to do it maths-wise. I just do it, and this is what I've got. I don't know how to either explain it, but it's kind of how do I explain it? I don't know. It curves in a ratio that's apparently every step is the double of the expanse step, double that step, double that. Being that 45 degree is, you know, 1 across, 2 up. No, 1 across, 1 up. And such. It's a 4. Yeah. You can see I don't do that much. But I needed to figure out what the hell a curved 45-degree angle looks like. Being that I want this space here to do that, expand out as an equal force to the center, while still going around and doing its thing at an amount that creates greater enough difference across A and B to push the magnet, because it goes, this part's easier, this part's easier. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, so kind of getting there. My maths is rubbish. Drawing stuff is much better. So yeah, nothing major to report on actually building it. I did put one together. I got something out of it. It did cog. At some point it did cog. Ow! Nails. Yeah, don't leave screws sticking out the bottom of your piece. Okay, so yeah, where are you? At the very top there, you see the big fat gap between the magnets again, because I forgot that these have 1mm spaces between them. So I was reverse engineering it so that this would be made bigger in accordance to the core, because that's pretty much exact of how I want it. Really is how small I'd imagine I'd want it to be initially. Again, prototype. But this one's got to be reworked because it's only something like 12 centimeters across, when it needs to be, well, by that anyway, it needs to be roughly up to 15 to 16 to allow for the curved 45-degree acting angle. I'll call it that. Yeah, so it did work a little. It worked 3/4 of it, then it went douche and stopped. The magnets that I got are those, and they're only 1.5mm thick. I've got 2 of them left now, as one I broke because I slammed together, and the other 2 I kind of smashed out of sheer annoyance. And these are so freaking weak. Vanadium magnets, these are piss poor, sorry, but nah. Something with that larger surface area. I know it's only 1.5mm thick, but this is a neodymium magnet. They should be much stronger than that. That's probably as strong as a ceramic one. So again, it went a little, but then it just sort of stopped because I got the gap in. I've got to work it out. Yeah, as I was talking before in the video about mass. So I've got I had a motorbike brake disc lying about. As you can see, the one magnet on the side there. I mean, these magnets aren't even that heavy. And as you can see, I'm doing a bad job. But yeah, that's the core, independent bearing, No hidden motor, because I want to try at least do this proper, and those were original drawings. I drew them by hand. Not too bad. Okay. Yeah, me waffling on. Thanks for your time, thanks for watching. Hopefully I even upload this video. Best of luck for any of your projects, and for your life in general. Hopefully you don't get taxed too much. See you later. Bye bye.